Welcome to the Nickel City Hockey Broadcast Network, where we are in Jamestown at the Northwest Arena, ready for some playoff hockey, win or go home, between the St. John Fisher Cardinals and the Jefferson Community College Cannoneers. I'm joined by Sean McHugh on color. Aaron Alpern will be producing today's game, and on our camera is Jeff Jazarowski, as both teams will line up for the anthems, and we will be back in a few moments. And with that, we are ready for some action. Both teams winning their games yesterday to get here. St. John Fisher defeating Niagara 5-3. And in a more dramatic finish, Jefferson Cannoneers got an OT winner from Mason Jeeves rather, to get them here, a 4-3 win over Lemoyne. Sean, what do you expect out of this one?
I expect another high-intensity hockey game here, Toby. St. John Fisher, no stranger to these playoffs. They have won championships here. They are a force to be reckoned with, and Jefferson County Community College coming off a dramatic come-from-behind win. They were down early, made a ferocious push in the third, got the job done in overtime. Emotions are going to be high for a berth in the championship game tomorrow.
It'll be Jefferson in the black and gray jerseys going left to right. The Cardinals wearing white, red, and yellow going the other way. And the initial draw is won by Jefferson, and we're underway here at Northwest Arena. Jefferson's pass across the neutral zone. There's nothing doing on it. Play goes to the Cardinal end, where they'll move it up the ice. It'll go off the skate of Whitmore, or Barrett rather. And St. John Fisher looks to trap Jefferson in their own end. Jefferson start to move up ice with it. Barrett flips it out of the zone, hits some traffic on the way out, so therefore no icing. St. John Fisher sends it back in the neutral zone where Jefferson retrieve. Moving with it now is Savage, the leading scorer of the Cannoneers. He'll send it back. McCoy will retrieve behind his own net. Sends one forward to Torres. Torres shuffles one into the neutral zone, and skating back to retrieve it in his own zone is Weinbar. Weinbar circles his own net, sends one across the ice. Puck will be caught on the flank, sent back where I think it was intended for Weinbar, but goes forward to Rippe. Mayo is going to grab the puck in neutral ice, tries to move it in the zone, but he's hit off the puck. Luckily for him, supporting was Riescher. Riescher centers one. That one's picked off by Jefferson. Play goes behind the net now. Bismarck tries to clear, and he does. Race for the puck now. Dylan Joy going back for it, and first to it's going to be John Chirino. Chirino circles his net, taps one off the wall, tries to move it forward to himself, but picking that one off was Blevins. Cardinals now still with it. Dump it in. Jefferson will retrieve while the Cardinals get a change. A lot of action early on in this one. Jefferson moving out. Pass goes over to Jeeves, the overtime hero from yesterday. Cardinals regain possession again. Berg has the puck momentarily. However, Jeeves takes it from him. Comes in off the wall, and his shot blocked by Joy. A rim attempt thwarted by Jefferson. However, the Cardinals get it back and will skate it out of the zone instead. Now it's Chance Bears. Bears loses the puck to the neutral zone. Flannery will help him out and send it in deep. Retrieving behind his own net is Barrett. Barrett flip one to the neutral zone. It'll be Flannery tapping it over and sending it forward. Berg chases down that one. He picks it up in the circle. And the first shot of the game is handled and covered up by Presley Patron.
Good pace to start the game here. Both teams going back and forth, looking to establish some offense. No crazy high danger scoring chances. But again, any thought that either of these teams might have a little fog or a little fatigue? Scrap that right now. Both teams brought their skating legs.
I apologize. That is Avery Zenger in net for Jefferson, making that first stop as puck goes to the blue line. It's kept in by Kevin Green. Sending deep. Puck goes across the crease, but nobody there. Torres fighting for possession on the wall. Puck is tipped off of his stick. Ends up back to the stick of Kevin Green. Green, centering pass, shot, scores! Eisenhout back in the lineup, finds the back of the net, and it's 1-0 early for St. John Fisher.
Garrett Eisenhout with his 14th goal of the season. He's a power play ace, but this one is on even strength. I don't think Zenger was able to pick up the puck. He was down in his butterfly, and the shot looks like it caught him off guard. Either way, though, early lead here for St. John Fisher, up 1-0. And like I said, this team, they are battle-tested in this. A lead for them early is exactly what the doctor ordered.
I think Avery Zenger lost the puck on the wall. He never came off his post, and that gave Eisenhout a wide-open net to bury in, and that's exactly what he did. Puck goes back into the Cardinal zone. Rippe retrieves from his goalie. Starts moving up ice, taps one off the wall, and it'll be tipped forward by Olam. Jefferson turns that one right back around. Van Wee cuts into the corner. He's helped out by his teammate. Puck ends up on the stick of Savage, and he taps that one over to Sanford. Sanford's shot stopped. And Cardinals clear it to the neutral zone. Going back to retrieve that one is Nathan Van Wee. Takes it behind his own net, shuffles that one over to Savage. Savage rounds his net to the wall. Has no room, so he'll tap it back over to Sanford. Sanford moves that one forward. Now Sovey pushes that one up and gives it to Bismarck, who will skate into the zone on the right side. Bad angle shot goes wide, and that's going to go around the net and clear out of the zone, picked up by Weinbar. On his own blue line, Weinbar skates it up. On the left side, he takes the blue line, and a shot snared away and covered by Derek Joy, who was fantastic in the 5-3 win over Niagara yesterday.
Derek Joy coming into the game with a 14-5 record, and again, he was a stalwart in the back-and-forth affair between the Niagara Purple Eagles and these Fisher Cardinals. He is a backbone of this team. They're going to rely heavily on him as well as their outstanding special teams to get the job done here against a very high-powered Jefferson County Community College team.
St. John Fisher trying to clear the zone. They're unable to do so, however. Now they do as they chip it forward. Jefferson still with possession. Heavy pressure there by Christian Ball, making things difficult. But Jefferson does find some room to clear the puck. Not with possession as they just ice it forward. Now they'll take possession back as coming into the zone is Jeeves. St. John Fisher turns it around and Chirino cuts in. Sends it to the middle, but it was in the skates of Eisenhout. Jefferson reversing play the other way now. Up the right side with it. That's Barrett. He's taken off the puck. And now potential 2-on-1 for St. John Fisher. Kicked out to Eisenhout in the circle. And he's hit off the puck. Torres will retrieve the puck in the corner. He goes up top to Joy. Joy can't handle the pass. And now a break here for the Cannoneers. Jeeves on net. Cross crease attempt. Shot off the post. Rebound right there. Not in yet. Still battling in front. Saved by Joy. And a few good chances for Jefferson, including a post, but nothing finds the back of the net.
I don't know how that puck stayed out of the net. The puck got behind Derek Joy, didn't get by his best friend, and he maintained his composure on top of the blue paint. They could not swipe a rebound behind him to keep it a 1-0 Fisher lead.
Yes, Jefferson maybe getting a little unlucky there. Joy helping with the unluckiness as he made a few good saves after the post shot as the puck's dumped in deep into the Cardinal territory. Shot attempt is blocked. That one goes way up in the air and lands in the far corner where it'll be played by Johnson. Johnson pinned to the wall by Flannery. Both players getting teammates in there to help out. Puck pinned along the wall, and it'll end up coming out for Pensabene. He sends it forward to Berg. Berg gets to the blue line, dumps the puck in. It'll be played behind the net by Zenger, who rims it. Behind his own net now, Jefferson starts to work. Another play along the wall. Lamb is pinned to the boards, trying to come out with it, but Jefferson gets it. Centering pass goes. Shot. Rebound sitting right there as Flannery took a shot from the outside, and the rebound sat in the top of the crease. But St. John Fisher was unable to bat it home. Kevin Green now starts moving it up ice. Berg has a pass blow up off his stick, but Green followed his pass and takes it with him. Now a pass was behind Captain Griffin Mayo, and he caught it as he passed over the blue line, and that will be offsides 7 or 6.5 minutes into this one.
Yeah, and we got some pace here again. That's how it started. And again, Fisher does have the 1-goal lead, but both teams are looking to go up and down the ice. Both teams are built on speed. Both teams have the offense, so I expect more chances and maybe some defensive breakdowns to lead to some odd man rushes.
Face-off one in the neutral and dumped in by St. John Fisher. Jefferson retrieves behind their own net and starts moving it forward. That puck is iced, and will it make it? It looks like it will. Rippe first to that one, and we're going to go back down to Avery Zenger's zone.
And while we're waiting on that, just want to let you know, if you do enjoy our content of amateur, high school, and college hockey, please go to the Nickel City Hockey Network YouTube page, Instagram, or Facebook. Please like and subscribe so we can continue to provide you the best amateur, high school, and college hockey experience on the internet. That is NickelCityHockeyNetwork.com.
Face-off won by Mayo, rimmed into the zone by Rippe, and some contact after the play is going to get called. I think that's going to be Perini going to the box. Perini took a shot at Nick Rippe after he got rid of the puck, and I think the refs are ruling it late.
They're getting Whitmore, it looks like.
Never mind, it was Whitmore, so it must have been something behind the play.
Yeah, he's pleading his case. They're calling a high stick, so he must have got somebody up high, incidentally, but still.
Must have been a high stick. Yes, like you said, I don't think it was intentional, but regardless, intent is irrelevant. If the stick goes up high, it's 2 minutes, and St. John Fisher has a chance to double their lead. Face-off, won by the Cardinals. Torres has it on the wall. Torres will move it up to Joy, and his shot is tipped right at the source by Bismarck, up and out of play, and we'll redo it 6 seconds into this power play.
And keep an eye on number 4, Dylan Joy, from the point. He is the dish master. He is third on the team in assists with 22. Look for him to be facilitating up top, looking to get the puck high to low to create those chances in front, or to just shoot it and try to get it straight through, or for a tip in front of the net.
Cardinals working with it. Joy up top, gives it down the wall to Torres. Torres fights out of some pressure, and he's absolutely buried from behind. Our ref's arm goes up. They should just let him touch it here. Cardinals still working with it. Joy up top. Bench getting loud. Joy takes a shot, and Jefferson wisely hesitant to go touch that up. Torres takes a shot, blockered away, and finally Bismarck gets a hold of it, and it's going to be a minute 22 of potential 5-on-3 time for St. John Fisher, as it looks like, I think that's Owen Bismarck going to the box.
It is impossible to see with these black numbers with black letters on black jerseys right now.
Yeah, it's definitely a struggle. It is, in fact, Owen Bismarck, and he's going to be going for a hit from behind.
Yeah, Jefferson not doing themselves any favors right now. They allow the tough goal early, 2 bad penalties. Again, now it's an extended 5-on-3 with a very dangerous power play.
Joy with it up top. Looks to the flank, a one-timer. Stopped by Zenger. That one off the stick of Eisenhout, our most recent goal scorer and only goal scorer so far. Eisenhout up to Joy. Joy back to Eisenhout in the circle. And stepping up to him was Weinbar. And now he will send, looks like that is Sovey on a break, and he gets a backhand chance. And while maybe not the most dangerous chance I've ever seen, a better chance than you expect to see for a team with 3 guys out there.
Absolutely. The move was pretty, too, and they get a defensive zone faceoff, so it's just as good as a clear. And they can, well, they're not going to change, which actually St. John Fisher's changing, but again, you never see the rush on a 5-on-3 here, but a good play, a good rush up the ice. Let's see if the Cannoneers can get some possession now.
Barrett, shot goes wide.
Oh, if you're going to pinch there, you have to get there, and they do.
Weinbar wins that one, sends it back into his own zone to his defenseman, and he does so wisely as they'll kill some more time and get a clear.
And they got some help from the puck there, too, so yeah. Good job killing there by the Cannoneers. They're going to kill about 30 to 40 seconds with just that rush and then the faceoff win.
Up the left side, Chirino walks in. Tries to cut to the middle, has it taken off his stick by Sovey. Sovey spins into a clear, and what a job by this 3-man unit. Sovey gets a change for Savage. Joy works up ice with the puck up the middle. Joy kicks it out to the right side. That's Chirino with it. He gives it back up. That's Riescher. Riescher sends it down low. Around the wall. It's sent back up top. Oline will send it back over to his flank. Walking through the circle. A cross-seam pass. Bounces its way to Torres. Nothing dangerous there. Jefferson gets 1 man back, and they'll get a clear to settle things down with 30 seconds left on the remaining penalty. 5-on-4 now. Joy glides back to the puck behind his own net, and he'll look to start the breakout. He'll do so by sending it up to Mayo, but the puck gets past him and sent all the way down where Joy is going to retrieve it again by his net. Jefferson sends the last rush back down the ice. Joy with it again behind his own net, and that will just about do it for a golden opportunity passed up by the Cardinals. Jefferson now within their own zone.
That's an incredible job on the kill there by Jefferson. Fisher had a chance to really put pressure on early in this game, and Jefferson County up to the task. Big kill. I expect to see maybe a little momentum gained after that.
I don't even think they gave up really a scoring chance.
They had the scoring chance.
Yes, they did. I think they did have the best scoring chance on that. Cardinals looking to do a little more at 5-on-5.
Oh, there it is.
But a good stick there from Bismarck sends Jefferson the other way. However, the Cannoneers unable to corral that one, and that'll allow St. John Fisher to start their breakout. Along the wall, skating with it is Tribley. He loses it. Jefferson tries to go the other way. That one's iced, and Rippe is going to be the first to that one, just like he was to the last icing. And with 9:47 remaining in this first, face-off will be in the Cannoneer zone.
Both coaching staffs are now going to readjust to their 5-on-5 strategy here because we finally get back to the 5-on-5 play here with 9:47 to go in the opening period. So now that the ice is even, let's see if either of these teams can snatch a little momentum. Fisher does have the early lead, but I have liked Jefferson's game since allowing that tough goal early in the first period.
Face off to Zenger's glove side. It's going to be won by Jefferson. Sent off the glass, and I don't think that's going to have the legs for icing, so a good clear there by the Cannoneers. Rippe reverses that one to McCoy behind his own net. Now that one's sent up to Pensabile. Sent up to Rippe. He's walking in, and he tries to send a centering pass to Berg, but it led him too far.
If he clutched it for just a second, he had him.
Now in the slot, St. John Fisher
off.
Looking like they had a grade A opportunity, but it came off sides as it just got over the blue line, so nothing dangerous there as it turns out, and we'll have a face-off in the neutral. 9:23 remains here in a win or go home game. These teams battling for a chance to play Cortland tomorrow, and the winner of that will play Redeemer in a championship game at a later date. Face-off.
Lots of drama left here on this weekend, and this is just the start.
Jefferson with it in their own zone now. Pass off the boards goes to Barrett, and he'll flip that one into the neutral zone and allow his forecheckers to forecheck, and that's exactly what they will do. Now Blevins with it at a bad angle, and his centering pass is tapped wide. Now another shot blockered away by Joy. And now potentially a 2-on-1 break as Berg has it, makes a nice move, cuts to the net, and looks like a player from each team got tied up.
Sticks are up higher. I think both of those players were about to throw hands, and I think they both realized simultaneously that their sticks were high and they restrained themselves. But hopefully the cannoneer that went down on the play is just a little shaken up. There was at least one penalty. You probably could call two of them here, but it looks like something was called here. It happened really quickly, so we're going to let the officials sort this one out here. But it looks like St. John Fisher's heading back to the power play.
It looks like the penalty will be on Jefferson. It looked like a tie-up from up here. Hard to tell who had hold of who. I would imagine holding or hooking will be the call. It'll be 2 minutes either way, and it's going to go to 93 Dylan Johnson.
I mean,
interference is the call.
He got the explanation. He's seen. I don't know if he agrees with it, but he understands. But again, Fisher's going to get another opportunity here in the power play, where they were a big fat nada for it last time. Let's see if they can do a little better on this attempt.
Torres on the wall with it, gives it up to Joy. A lot of pressure. Jefferson not sitting back on this penalty kill, and it's really giving fits to the Cardinals as they get the puck and get it clear. Joy's going to have to go retrieve it from his brother Derek.
Yeah, Jefferson is definitely playing the high-risk, high-reward game, and I got to tell you, I'm here for it. They are on those point men. They are trying to hawk those turnovers and create odd-man rushes. They did it when they were down 2 men, so I don't think the strategy for Jefferson changes at all. They're trying to go.
Puck behind the net, and it's going to be cleared by Cameron Weinbar. On net, played by Derek Joy, leaving it for Dylan Joy, who will take it around his net, tap one forward, and first to that's going to be Weinbar again. And he's going to walk the line until he runs out of room and just send it in behind the net, where Joy will once again retrieve. He'll send a bank pass to Torres. Torres is going to cut up the left side with it. Sends it cross ice. Now Chirino with it. Over to Torres at the far blue. Torres skates in over the line. He's 2-on-1. Esposito will take that. He's going to send a breakaway lead pass. That's Bismarck with it. Bismarck from the left side. Shot. What a save by Joy as he kicks out the right pad in a split and gets just enough of it.
Wow, what a save there by Joy. He got the blocker up, and thought that puck was getting behind him, but it floated through the blue paint, and it stays a 1-0 Fisher lead.
Great play there by Jefferson, but now Cardinals looking to make one of their own as a shot from the slot goes off the post, and maybe another break now.
It's Bismarck again. He had no help with him, though, but man, look at this 5-man breakout. How often do you see this?
Taking the shot from the slot was Jack Chapman, but it lands into the breadbasket of Avery's Anger, and he'll freeze that one.
Man, if you're a fan of a fast-paced, risk-it-all hockey, then this is the game for you. Both teams pedal to the metal. The Cannoneers, they're running and gunning right now. They are going to leave it all out there, and this is going to be fun to watch.
So far, Jefferson has played their best hockey on the kill so far this game. Carson Barrett's going to retrieve that one in the corner. His clearing gets past Griffin Mayo, and now another breaking chance, this time for Mason Savage. He leaves that one for Sovey. Savage now with it at the top of the circle. Finally, he's taken off the puck, and McCoy's going to settle things down, send one up to Mayo. Mayo gets turned around, and now Jefferson with a 3-on-3 rush into the zone. Sovey loses that one. Johnson hit off the puck, and Fisher forced to clear. Even strength for both teams. Van Brocklin turns up ice. He's on the left side. Sends one forward, and that's tipped deep into the zone by Johnson. First to that one's going to be Rippey. Sends that one around the wall to Berg. Berg kicks it out to start the breakout with McCoy. McCoy cutting up the ice with it. Leads Berg. Berg takes a shot, patted away, and Van Brocklin will send that one in the corner. Berg retrieves it behind the net. He's tied up by Barrett. Both teams get support in there, and finally it's shuffled along the wall, and Jefferson clears the blue line. Still moving with the puck forward was Lamb. Gets to the blue line and dumps. Mayo will retrieve in his own zone and just throw it forward. DDD pass at their own blue line by Jefferson, and now they'll move it forward into the zone. Rippe has it behind his own net. He shuffles that one over to Chirino. Chirino cutting up the left side. Gets to the blue line. Falls just over it. And Jefferson dumps it right back in deep. Rippe will try again. Rippe reverses that one. Chance Bears will pick it up in the corner. Moved up to Berg. Berg turns it over in the middle, and trying to make a move to the net was Lamb, but he was taken off the puck. Cardinals come back the other way. Shot from distance, blockered away by Zenger. Starting the breakout for the Cannoneers. Weinbar up the middle, moves to his backhand, now in the corner. He's hit off the puck by Pensabene. 2-on-2 rush. Now one gets a change, so it's a 1-on-4, and no chance to do anything there was Torres. Jefferson having a tough time clearing their zone as it's taken by Torres and sent right back in deep. Picking it up in his own end will be Sanford. Now a chance as getting the shot off was Ball, but it slowly bounces into the chest of Zenger where he'll cover up.
Pace has slowed down just a little bit here in the opening frame, but I think both teams are kind of not settling in, but it's beginning more of a feeling out process. The initial game with the emotions had teams running the track meet. Now I think the game's starting to settle in for the end of this first period. Let's see if it stands pat or if a team looks to maybe break it open again to try and catch a rush.
Christian Ball battling behind the net. He's fought off the puck by Jefferson, and they'll clear it to the neutral zone. Chasing down the Cardinal defense is Savage. Savage on Rippe. Rippe makes a move around everybody. Finally, someone gets the puck from him, and Jefferson looks to turn it around, but Joy will retrieve the puck, send it up, tipped by Ball into the neutral zone, and Jefferson retrieving the puck will send it back to Baird, who had room. He finds Bismarck. Bismarck can't handle the pass, and making him pay for it is Rippe as he'll ice it all the way down. Unfortunately, got a little too much on that, and it will go for icing, and with 3:47 remaining, we're going to have a face-off to the left side of goaltender Derek Joy.
Now, Jefferson has been doing a lot of run and gun and creating scoring opportunities this way. They haven't set up in the zone a lot, and I wonder if now with an offensive zone faceoff, they can get possession here, see if maybe they can cycle around, connect on a few passes, get Derek Joy moving, and see if maybe they can create a scoring chance that way, because getting him on the rush has provided some opportunities, but he's been wise to the task on that.
Here comes Ball across the middle of the ice. He's taken off the puck, but he's going to get some help from McCoy in the neutral zone, as McCoy will send it forward back to Ball, and Ball is going to find Olam on the other side of the ice, who will kick it into the corner for McCoy to retrieve. McCoy's hit to the ground. Jefferson turning it around now. Nice little flip pay there by Sovey, and he's going to lead Bismarck on the rush. Bismarck tries to center one. That one's picked off and chipped out of the zone. In their own zone with it now, Jefferson. Look to move up ice. Weinbar cuts from left to right. Now enters the zone on the right side. Weinbar down low. He takes it around the net, and a centering pass goes off the skate of Mayo, who will clear it to the wall where Weinbar's waiting for it. Weinbar shuffles that one forward to Bismarck. It's taken by St. John Fisher, and they'll be content just to ice this one, as they didn't like the way they were set up, and it will go for icing as Van Brocklin touches that one up, and 2:45 left here in the first.
Yeah, pace has definitely slowed down a little bit here. I think both teams are going to try and get to the period and reassess for the long change, but let's see if we can maybe get something going here at the end of the period to either get this game tied or extend the lead for the Cardinals.
Blevins and Mayo line up across each other for the face-off. Mayo wins it back to his goalie, and we're going to do it again as Derek Joy covers up. So barely a second off of that face-off as we go back to the glove side of Joy. It'll be Blevins and Mayo again. And this time it's a tie-up. Jefferson gets the better of it and send it down low. Behind the net with it is Johnson. Johnson's fought off the puck by McCoy, and they battle. McCoy kicks it forward to Olam, and Olam will clear. Puck goes back to Cameron Weinbar. Weinbar up the right side. He turns it over. It's sent back towards the Jefferson zone, but kept out, however, and now moving forward with it is Van Brocklin. Van Brocklin muscled off the puck there. Good play by Chirino as he moves up the left side of the ice. Now that's Chirino with it, trying to cut to the net, but he's hooked, and the penalty will be made. That's going to be Owen Van Brocklin, giving St. John Fisher yet another power play.
That's a brutal time to take a penalty like that away from the puck as well. So basically, Fisher either scores or finishes the game on the man advantage. Again, we have liked Jefferson's penalty kill in the offense it creates, but I certainly would not advise a team to use that as a strategy for really anything, let alone generating offense.
So Van Brocklin tied up Chirino on his way to retrieving the puck, and he's going to get interference for it. 2:03 remain in the period. It'll be all power play for the Cardinals unless they're able to score on it. They will win the draw. Joy rims it around, but first to that one's going to be Barrett. We'll see if he's able to clear. Puck bounces on him, and so he will not. St. John Fisher still unable to get clean possession. Finally they will, as picking that one up is Ball. Ball sends it in down low. Behind the net with it are the Cardinals. Torres moves it to the corner. Still in the corner, and a centering pass intended for Chirino gets by him. Joy supports. However, he's fought off the puck, and Jefferson gets the clear they wanted. Chirino sends a stretch pass. That one's caught. Retrieved and entered in the zone is Torres. Torres leads one in the corner for Riescher. Riescher goes up to Joy on the wall. Joy down low to Riescher. Riescher still stuck on the wall. He sends that one down low where Chirino will have it behind the net and goes up to Ball. And all perimeter play for St. John Fisher is finally it's a break for Barrett and Jefferson. Barrett cutting to the middle. Tries to go to the middle. What a set play by Ball, but it doesn't matter as the pass still finds a way through, and Jefferson, who has been cooking on the penalty kill all game long, finally are rewarded for it via a goal off of, I believe, Owen Bismarck.
It's Bismarck.
It is Bismarck.
He's been driving offense on the penalty kill, so you know what? Don't mind me. Jefferson seems to be at their best when they're down a man offensively. They get the bounce from Bismarck. He's had 3 or 4 opportunities. He's finally rewarded. And with 1:02 left here in the opening period, shorthanded, the Cannoneers get this thing tied.
Barrett to Bismarck, a great defensive effort there by Christian Ball, who got a stick on the pass from Barrett. Unfortunately, it still found its way to the back door of Joy, and Owen Bismarck did the rest from there. Still 50 seconds remaining on this St. John Fisher power play as McCoy works up the middle. Now he'll stop near the blue line, wait for some help, and that's exactly what he'll get. Play goes to the slot, and walking in towards the net was Olam, but unfortunately the puck was bouncing on him. Up to McCoy now. Play goes over to Rippe. He's got some space. He's on the wall. Gives one to the slot. It goes up to McCoy. And now Jefferson will have another break towards the net. Jefferson have a breakaway. Cameron Weinbar opens up the legs of Joy, stuffs it through the 5-hole, and Weinbar makes it 2-1, back-to-back shorthanded goals.
Maybe they should play the rest of this game with 4 skaters. That's 2 goals on the same penalty kill. Some Steve Sullivan magic from a few decades ago, and Jefferson out of nowhere. Looks like they were flirting with disaster going into the second. 40 seconds later, they have the lead.
And this just makes very little sense as St. John Fisher has held the pace of play and have really outplayed Jefferson.
Until they go on the power play.
Except for every time they get the man advantage, and as soon as they have, every single time, Jefferson has taken over the game, even in the 5-on-3. 10 seconds remain in the power play, 13 in the period. St. John Fisher looks to get one last late rush. Jefferson's going to send it down. Joy will glove that one easily, and the period will end at a 2-1 score. First opening up the scoring was Garrett Eisenhout, who had 13 goals in 13 games in the regular season. He keeps that goal per game total going. However, responding with 2 in the final minute on the penalty kill, Owen Bismarck got Jefferson started. Cameron Weinbar kept them going.
Yeah, what an end to the period. Again, the pace slowed down in the middle towards the end of it, and then the penalty, it did crank up the drama. It was Jefferson that found the second gear, got 2 late shorthanded goals. They're going to take a lead heading in to the second period.
So I'm sure the Jefferson Cannoneers will be looking to continue their dominant penalty kill. The Cardinals perhaps looking to adjust their power play. 2-1 lead for the Cannoneers as we enter the second period. We'll be back in about 10 minutes on the Nickel City Hockey Network. We're back here for second period action at the Northwest Arena on the Nickel City Hockey Network. I'd like to apologize for some technical difficulties occurring at Northwest Arena. The Jumbotron, which is four-sided, seems to have three sides working, and unfortunately, the side facing us is not. So we will not have a game clock during this period. I will do my best to keep you updated from what I can tell. The refs seem to have just noticed. I'm not sure if they're going to play on anyway. It looks like they are. So we will do our best to keep you updated with the time. It is a 2-1 lead for Jefferson Community College as we're back underway. Cardinals coming out with the puck off the opening draw. Ball giving it over to McCoy. McCoy's lead pass is missed. However, pressuring and regaining possession are the Cardinals. And I think that's Torres in the corner, sending one on goal, stopped. 2 saves early for Zenger. Play goes to the neutral zone. Joy reverses one behind him, but now a 3-on-2 opportunity as rushing up the ice are the Cannoneers. And the shot from the middle, that one taken off the stick of Sovey. Corralled with 19:28 remaining in the first period.
So Jefferson is going to be the team that gets the first shot and scoring attempt here in the second period. They ended the second period ferociously, scoring back-to-back goals on the same penalty kill. They have driven their offense at its highest level, oddly enough, on the penalty kill. At even strength, Fisher's had the better point of play, even though they're just going to go ahead and ice the puck here, and the faceoff will head down into the St. John Fisher defensive zone.
So it's both teams sending the same lines out there. Faceoff's going to come to the glove side of Derek Joy, 19:22 remaining. As it'll be, once again, Mayo and Gorman. Face-off again, won by Gorman, back-to-back. Puck bounces in on goal. Joy corrals that one, sends it to the corner, and his teammates break it out. Losing into the neutral zone are the Cardinals. A good stick keeps it in for now, that being Olam. It does squirt out to the neutral zone. And now sent up the ice by Jefferson. Back and forth play in the neutral zone. Mayo enters with it. Now, bouncing puck finds the stick of Olam. And did it squeak through? It did not. There was a loud cheer making me think that maybe it hit
St. John Fisher celebrated.
I think they thought it hit the chest of Zenger and fell through the 5-hole, but that it did not. Zenger held on to that one. A good scoring chance off the stick of Sean Olam from a nifty passing play. Goes for nothing but an offensive zone draw. Chance Bears takes the draw and wins it for St. John Fisher. Puck is rimmed around the boards by Chapman. However, picking it up is going to be Barrett and sending it to the neutral zone. Now cutting up ice with it and falling, perhaps tripped as the ref arm goes up, was Jefferson. And now there will be an unsportsmanlike as well, as a loud obscenity was yelled. And it's going to be Chapman going to the box. And we'll see if he's the only one.
Yeah, that's going to be trouble. I don't know if it's going to be a 5-on-3 or if it's just going to be a misconduct, but either way,
it'll be 5-on-3. Chapman's going to be joined by teammate Avery Vode, and I think that was a bench minor.
It was. I'm just saying there's 4 Cardinals on the ice currently. Let's see if the refs throw a guy off.
Oh, perhaps it was a 10-minute with no penalty attached.
Oh.
We'll see here.
Yeah, they're going 4.
Currently, it's 4 guys out there for the Cardinals, and neither the ref or the linesman seem to be correcting it. So I think the bench minor is just a 10-minute, 18:37 remaining. Refs explaining to the guys in the box, one of them coming out now. And
yeah, so it is a bench minor then. He's probably just got a 10.
Is Vogt going to be tossed from the game?
It might.
There's still way more than 10 minutes left in this period. He wouldn't be going back. Now he's just back on the bench. Is he going back down to the tunnel? No, he's slotting back on the bench.
What is going on?
I have no idea what. The ref definitely signaled an unsportsmanlike call. Maybe he's giving both to Chapman. Perhaps they just tacked the 10-minute on to the initial tripping call on Chapman.
Okay.
I'm going to assume that's what it is. I'm going to assume Chapman has a 2-10. Regardless, it's going to be a Jefferson power play. They've been dominant on the penalty kill. Let's see if they can do it on both sides of special teams. Tough start for them as the play goes to the neutral zone. They will turn it back around and dump it in deep. So that's Savage dumping it in, and Bismarck will pick it up on the far wall. Bismarck sends it down to the corner. Now down behind the net, Blevins.
It's a double minor, Tony.
4-minute power play here for the Cannoneers. Working down lower, the Cannoneers, and a pass across intended for Bismarck. It's by him. Barrett now, one-timer. Stopped and held on to by Joy. That was Barrett giving it to Savage, the most dangerous player on this Cannoneer lineup, but he was unable to beat Joy with that one.
Yeah, so St. John Fisher, their own demon right here. They've just dug themselves a pretty significant hole. They're already down a goal. And now this dangerous offense for the Cannoneers, they have an opportunity to tack on one, maybe two. So let's see if the penalty kills continue to be the star of the show here in this hockey game. Yeah, here's a break.
Joy's clearing attempt creates a one-on-one. Mayo with the puck. And a good step there. But a penalty on the play. And I think it's going to be a 5-on-3 at will. Jefferson wisely passes the puck right to Griffin Mayo, who should have let it past him. He did not, and he is going to turn around and step into the penalty box, and it's going to be a full 2-minute 5-on-3 for the Cannoneers. High sticking the call. And so far, both teams having a little trouble keeping their sticks on the ice.
Yep, yeah, Fisher looks like they're about to implode, and again, there's still 4 Cardinals on the ice.
Little over 2 minutes gone here in the second period of this one, and Jefferson with a golden opportunity to get maybe even 2 goals, but they certainly don't want to pass up a 2-minute 5-on-3 chance and a whole 4-minute power play without even getting one. They'll send Weinbar out there to take the draw. Torres defeats him, but Barrett keeps it in. Now with it on the wall is Bismarck. He cuts to the circle and gives it down low. With it now down low is Weinbar. Retrieving it and clearing it is Nick Rippe. He was the first one to do it. A loose puck in the corner, and he sends it all the way down the ice where Zunger has to pick it up. Now with speed, Jefferson Community College moves up ice. Collision at the blue line, creates some extra space. That's Jeeves with it. However, he was unable to get it to the net, and now Fisher will take advantage and get yet another clear. Good start to this penalty kill here, while Rippe pleads his case to the referee for a Jefferson penalty. From their own zone, Weinbar dishes it forward. Now it's dropped back. Shot in the slot. Stopped off the stick of Barrett. Weinbar with it in the corner. Weinbar skates to the circle. Bismarck switches with him. He goes up to Barrett. Now back to Weinbar. Weinbar cuts in. Tries to center one. McCoy blocks that attempt. Barrett now with it at the blue line. He goes down the flank to Savage, back up, and now over to Weinbar at the top of the circle. Weinbar fans on his pass, but he gets the rebound to Barrett, and now Savage with a one-timer. And for the second time on this kill.
That is a bold strategy to stick up that high right there by the Fisher defenseman. As Nick Rippe definitely lifted it up right high right there, and those refs are calling that. Nothing there. Just got to be careful right now. You're on thin ice, and not to be this way. This ref is looking for it now. You can tell.
40 seconds remain in the 5-on-3, 1:48 in the 4-minute. Shout out to our producer, Aaron Alpern, who's running all over the place to get us the updated times on the clock. Face-off won by Jefferson. Shot on goal. Blocked. Rebound. Scores. The shot was initially blocked, but the rebound popped out right in front of an open net. And right there to bang it home was forward Dylan Johnson.
Dylan Johnson, he is on a tear this season. He's going to get his 23rd goal of the season. Only, surprisingly enough, his third power play goal. But be that as it may, it is now a 3-1 lead for the Cannoneers, and now they still have extended time on the power play to operate.
So that'll end the 5-on-3. However, still about a minute and a half remain on the initial penalty from Griffin Mayo.
Jefferson County has an opportunity to really put their boot on their neck with this game. If they keep going at it, they definitely have legs, and Fisher has really dug their own grave here in this period. Now they have a big hole to pull themselves out of. Let's see if they can do it.
Shot by St. John Fisher is despite still killing, they're looking to get one back, and a good cut on goal by Sherino rather, but he was unable to get it to the net. Still working down low. Mayo's battling behind the net. He comes out with it, goes for a wrap attempt. It comes off his stick, and taking it from him are the Cannoneers.
Ferocious forecheck by Fisher, but now there's numbers coming. No, actually, no, they're good. They're back.
Sovi cuts to the middle, but he has the puck taken off his stick. Now coming the other way with it is Mateo Torres. He's on the right side. Tries to center one. That one's taken off his stick. And recent goal scorer Johnson cuts up the right side. Johnson now to the middle. He takes a few sticks. No call made. St. John Fisher turns it the other way, but Weinbar keeps it moving forward. He trucks through a couple people, sends a centering pass, and unable to do anything with it was number 14. Unfortunately, we don't have him on the roster. Weinbar on the left side. He takes a wrister, and that one is sent wide. Torres sends one forward. Johnson now in the middle. His passing attempt is cut off by Chapman. Now a 2-on-2. Johnson up the middle. Johnson makes a cut to the net. Has it in front, but a good poke check by Joy takes any chance away from the Cannoneers.
Fisher needs to stop turning and looking for penalties every time someone touches them. They're down. They can't be doing this.
And a tie-up below the goal line, so way offsides for Jefferson. I don't think Barrett saw his guy down in the corner. No call made. That was way behind the play.
They were offsides, but yeah, I don't know what the issue was right there. Both benches started screaming. I have no idea what caused that, if anybody saw anything, but we're going to get a face-off here in neutral ice.
Just over 5 minutes gone, 14:39 remaining in our second period. Penalty has to be expiring in the coming moments. Unfortunately, we can't see it on the clock up here, but it should be over within the next 30 seconds, I would imagine. Face-off, won by the Cannoneers. They enter the zone quickly, and a shot stick to the glass by Joy. McCoy rims one around. Penalty expires. 5-on-5 hockey. Puck bounced around the slot. Sauvé gets a good chance, but it's blocked and cleared by the Cardinals. Christian Ball can't get the puck there. Unfortunately, it evades him, and Sauvé looks to make him pay for it. No, he'll settle down in his own zone and look to work up ice. Moving with it now is Bismarck. That bounces off his stick. And St. John Fisher sends it in deep. Good play there by Zenger, who hasn't seen a shot since the first minute of this period. And Jefferson looks to work up ice. Thwarted by the Cardinals. It goes back in deep. Now Cardinals defense work with it in their own zone. Flannery moves it forward, giving it up and into the zone where it's sent around the net over to Mayo in the corner. Mayo has it, works into the circle. Shot on goal. That one's stopped by Zenger. Jefferson clears the rebound, and now we'll have a breakaway chance. What a pass to Mason Savage. An even better save by Joy as the puck sits on his pad. He kicks it away, and in doing so, the netting comes off to his glove side, and great save by Derek Joy to keep this at a 3-1 score.
Yeah, Derek Joy, big save there. One of the most dangerous players on Jefferson gets behind the St. John Fisher defense again on a great outlet pass. Joy makes a great save. Rebound was sitting there, but the back check cleared it. Then the net mercifully came off the pegs for Fisher to get the whistle before Jefferson could follow up on the rebound there.
13:25 remaining in this second period of a 3-1 hockey game. It's been all special teams for the Cannoneers so far, but surprisingly, 2 of those on the penalty kill. Only one of those goals coming with a man up. Face off to Joy's blocker side, who just made a great save. It'll be won by the Cardinals, and moving up ice with it is Tribley.
Yeah, very obvious hook right there.
And it will be called. So it's going to be, that's number 23, Connor Lamb, heading to the penalty box rather. And he looks more mad at himself than anyone else, as he knows what he did. He didn't mean to do it, but it will give the Cardinals a chance on the power play. Luckily for him, if this power play looks anything like they did in the first, the Cannoneers are going to get some things going.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing. Their offense has been ridiculous killing penalties, so let's see if that trend hangs true here again on this kill. But if you're Fisher, you got to figure something out on the power play. You're only down 2 and you have an opportunity, but you can't let Jefferson get more chances than you get zone time.
And yesterday we had a problem with the latch on the door closest to the visiting bench. Now today we seem to have a problem with the latch on the door in the penalty box. So Northwest Arena falling apart a little bit on us here as they're looking to get it sorted. Now one of the members of the score box comes out to take a look at it. And we'll see if they have it figured out. I believe they do. About 13-16 remaining in the second period. Doors shut.
The way these teams are taking penalties, it is paramount that those doors operate properly tonight.
Yes, very true. Especially the Cannoneers. And if this penalty kill generates a few chances, they might have to start strategizing to take penalties.
Oh, there are some teams that you should probably never give that idea to.
Yes, absolutely. Esposito sends that one in deep. And another good start to the Jefferson kill. Dylan Joy has it behind his own net as he looks up ice. Pass is made to the red line, turned over and dumped. Jefferson again, shutting down the Cardinals' breakout. Joy will retrieve it behind his own net. Faces some pressure, doesn't seem too concerned about it, makes the pass up to Ball, and he gives it over to Chirino. Chirino, along the right side. Into the corner he goes, he flips it back to Torres, back to Chirino, up top to Joy! Shot on goal, handled and covered by Avery Zenger. And if you're the Cardinals, if you're going to have a shot come in from the point, you got to get a little more traffic in front of Zenger, make his job a little more difficult.
Yeah, everything is sticking to him. I mean, the goal they got on him was a product of him losing the puck. So you have to get in his sight line right now because, I mean, look at the numbers. He's one of the best around. You got to make life miserable for him because if you make it easy for him, nothing's going to get through him.
Around 120 remaining in the penalty kill. Face-off goes into the corner, now up to Joy on the wall. Back down low, Torres has it. Finds its way back up to Joy. He'll take a shot from distance. That one tipped on goal by Chirino. Rebound! Finds its way in the back of the net. Jefferson will argue the net was off, but it was pushed off in the process of the puck entering the net. And I believe, is that Torres who got the last touch on that?
It looks like that is Mateo Torres leading the celebration line. That's a great play. And like we said, shot, rebound, work around the net, and they stuffed one home. And finally, Fisher puts one in the other net on a power play, gets it to a 3-2 lead. I mean, I know the net came off a bit, but I'm not sure what the argument is. It's clearly a good goal. The net coming off had no effect on that puck entering the net. It's a good play.
Barrett will plead his argument, but unfortunately for him, he doesn't have much of a case, and it will be a 3-2 hockey game as the Cardinals finally get their power play together. Barrett in his own zone following the Jefferson face-off win. Sends one up ice, not sure he was looking for theirs. Rippe turns that one over, and the Cardinals send it in deep. Chasing after in his own zone is Van Brocklin. Sends one past Mayo. Mayo does get a stick on it. Fights for possession, can't quite come out with it. And now once again working with it is Barrett. Barrett turns that one over. He fans on it. Shot!
Wow!
What a save on the shot from Garrett Eisenhow. However, what Garrett Eisenhow didn't see was Mayo sitting back door, and Mayo, in frustration of not getting the one-time pass, slams his stick, and it becomes a two-piece.
All right, well, that's a $274 temper tantrum. I mean, look at the save that was required to keep that puck out of the net. If the goalie's got to do that, you had a good shot. So
good shot from Eisenhow.
Man.
He did have a guy back door, but regardless, still forced Zenger to make a great save. Unfortunately for him, Zenger was up to the task. Play goes to the far side corner. Mason Savage. He'll give it over to Van Wee. Van Wee up the wall. That one's tipped deep into the zone. Bismarck chasing after Flannery. Flannery sends one around the boards. That one's going to find its way to Pensabene. He'll drop it back to Green. Green, far side to Berg. Berg over his own blue line. Tries to send a stretch pass, but it gets picked off. The Cardinals do take it back, and Green sends it in deep. Zenger will keep that one moving around the net. It will end up on Berg's stick in the corner. Berg's pass is picked off and sent off the glass into the neutral zone. Handling it is Flannery. He goes D to D. All over that is Bismarck. And Jefferson looks to work into the zone. Bismarck in the neutral gives it over to Van Wee. Van Wee sends one towards the net. Flannery picks that one off. And it moves into the neutral zone where Weinbar has it. Weinbar loses it. Berg in front. And he had Pensabene, but it never got there. Jefferson behind their own net. Puck's going to be moved up and across. It's going to find Bismarck. Can't get a clean entry with it, though. And the Cardinals move back. Savage fights with Flannery for possession. Still going at it. It's moved up the wall. Coming out with it is Berg. He sends it across, and Joy gets a shot on goal. Now it's bouncing. Is it in? It is in. Terrific effort by Zenger, reaching across his back to get the puck, but I think he caught it over the goal line. Interesting to see who this goal is rewarded to, as it was a bouncing puck, and I think the Cardinals believe the last touch was made by Jackson Pensabene.
It's the goal on the ice's goal. You don't have the benefit of a review. So we've got a tie game, and Hosanna, the scoreboard's back.
We do have the scoreboard back. Thank God for that. Avery Zenger not happy, as he did have that puck in his glove, but
his whole body was in the net. So it's a goal.
I think I have to assume, based on his positioning, that puck absolutely crossed the goal line. Still a terrific effort by Zenger.
That was great start to finish and good play. But, yeah, this is a great period right here. Now we've got a tie hockey game right at the halfway point of regulation.
So a bouncing puck that I believe came off the stick of Jackson Pensabene from behind the net. Bounces its way behind goaltender Avery Zenger, and we're right back to square one, 3-3 halfway through the game. Eisenhut goes across. Now gives it up the wall. Turning it over are the Cardinals, and working back the other way is Blevins. On the left side, it's Blevins. Tries to center one, nobody there, and it's iced by the Cardinals. But a stick did tip it on the way. Torres first to it. Torres cut into the net. Jefferson gets back to take the puck from him. Johnson taken off his feet. Torres moving to the slot with the puck now. He backhands one wide. And now going after Torres is Mason Jeeves. I wonder what caused that. Mason Jeeves had no stick and just jumped on Torres, who is already down. I have to assume that's being called. I believe it is.
What's he arguing? That's a really, really good hit in the NFL if the quarterback has the ball. But
it looked like he was. He jumped on that like he was going for a fumble.
And on top of that, Torres is half his size. So not that it's dirty, but like the ref was 4 feet away from that.
And it looks like the goalie is being given one as well. Serving it's going to be Daniel Keegan. So now it'll be a 5-on-3 opportunity for St. John Fisher.
How the tables have turned in the beginning of the period. Fisher couldn't stay out of the box. And now I don't know what it is, if they're upset about the calls not going their way or what, but some pretty egregious lack of discipline from Jefferson. And I'm not really sure why. They had everything the way they wanted to, and just a few hot-headed moments, and now Fisher's got an opportunity to get the lead back.
Yeah, I'm not totally sure what happened there, why Mason Jeeves lost his temper, but it will be one of the two penalties. The other one, I think, an unsportsmanlike to Avery Zenger.
If I'm a player in this game, I'm not saying a word. This ref is calling it as soon as you look at him the wrong way, and that's not – breakout. Here we go.
And now, despite being down 2 men, almost a breakaway chance, a hack.
Oh, did they call a penalty or did they blow the whistle?
Well, Cameron Weinbar took exception to a little bit of late contact and took a big hack at the Cardinals. I'm not sure if they're going to get another call, although they could.
Oh, they're getting something.
They're going to roll the clock for 5 seconds, as I did notice the clock was late to start.
Okay.
So no call made. Weinbar may be getting away with that one.
Yeah, this game looks like it's about to get a little hot under the collar.
Moving up ice now with it is Chirino. Onto the right side, he falls. Fights to keep possession while he's down on the ground, and he does a good job, as they do. Torres on the wall. Round the hash mark. Cuts down low. Looks to center one. He does. Chirino had it for a second, but it goes just wide. Now with it now, Riescher His pass goes across into the circle. Backdoor! Reisher was waiting for the return pass. He got it, and with still 1:19 on the power play, it's a 4-3 lead for the Cardinals.
Man, Reisher real sneaky right there. Just kind of creeps his way over to the back post. That's got to be one of the easiest goals he has ever scored. He had time to dust that thing off 2 or 3 times. He just taps it in. That's a layup right there, and just like that, Fisher rattles off 3 in a row and takes a 4-3 lead and have 1:20 to go on the power play.
Smart play by Reisher as he gave it to the far side. I want to say that was Joy, and then creeped back door and waited for Joy to find him back. He did, and suddenly 4-3. Still on the power play now. The Cardinals work it out of their own zone. 2 power play goals, also 2 shorthanded goals against for the Cardinals. Trying to clear and failing. We're Jefferson. Backdoor chance, and Mayo overskated it.
I think Fisher found their confidence on the power play. They're snapping that thing around real well now.
Chapman down low to Mayo. Back up high to Chapman. He walks the line. His shot fanned on. However, it was almost a good thing as it ended up on the stick of Olem. He couldn't handle. Olem now on the wall. Up to McCoy up top. McCoy over to Chapman. Chapman looks backdoor. Unready for it was Olem. Mayo goes up the wall to McCoy. 30 seconds left on the power play. Creeping down low is McCoy. Backdoor chance and a tip on the way. Saves a goal perhaps. Rippe from far out. That shot is handled and covered by Zenger.
Yes.
And that will get Jefferson a much needed break.
Yes, push the guy standing directly over your goalie, try not to fall in the back while your goalie's laying on his stomach. What could possibly go wrong doing that?
Definitely a risky play. Luckily no one ended up falling on top of Avery Zenger, who will see a face-off to his blocker side. 21 remaining on the Jefferson penalty kill, 7:48 in the period. So we're thankful to have our clock back. Face-off, won by the Cardinals. Sent over to Ball. Ball, nifty move to get in front. However, he's unable to finish.
Oh, he's annoyed too. He fired it into the chest and he knew he had a corner picked. You could just see him yell. Totally a word we can say on the air as soon as that went into the chest. We've all been there. You have a look and you put it right in the goalie's chest, but I would not advise giving him that same look again if you can help it.
Face-off won by Jefferson in their own zone. Cardinals get pressure on it, and that will allow them to gain possession. Torres goes down low. Centering pass knocked away by Zenger. Torres again. Penalty coming to an end, and it's going to be Savage, the first to that puck. And now he's going to take it up ice for a rush. Savage takes it up the right side. He goes around Ball. Now back to
What a save!
What a save by Joy! Joy just stuck the paddle out after a wide open net was created, and he takes it away. What a save! Bismarck from up top. That shot, and another great save off the tip of Sovey, but that one looks easy compared to the way he just robbed Jefferson of what looked like a sure goal.
That was one of the most beautifully executed 2-on-1s I've seen. Beautiful move at the blue line. No look pass on the tape. Shot is wired, and the goaltender Joyce sticks his paddle out and bats it out of the air, and then slams the door shut on the secondary attempt. We're going to talk about that save late in this game, I have a feeling.
Kevin Green gives one up to Berg. He tips that one to the neutral zone, turned over, so Sanford starts to work back the other way. He gives up to Jeeves. His deflection doesn't have much behind it, and Johnson will have to try again in the neutral zone. Now they do get it in deep. Jefferson continues to work the puck toward the net. Finally, they come away with clean possession, and a shot from a bad angle by Blevins goes to the corner and out of the zone. DDD pass at their own blue line by Jefferson. Now a turnover and working towards the net, and firing one off the glove was Carson Berg. Now trying to move it up and out are Jefferson once again. Centering pass picked up on the way by Flannery. He gives one back, and that one ends up bouncing to Bears. Bears, centering pass, it goes behind everybody, and now turning back the other way with it is Blevins. Blevins cuts on the right side. He had his hands up high, hit Green right in the face. Whistle's blown, but there was never an arm up. Both teams going at it here. An arm never came up.
I think they're just going to let that one go. Those are two guys. Wait, no, they're not.
Someone from St. John Fisher is going. It looked like Blevins was the one with his hands high. I wonder if both are going.
If you're going to get one, you got to get them both on that play. You can't single one out. That was just a high. Yes, that's the right way to do this. Two players that went to the wall together with fisticuffs. They're going to go. Keep control of the game, but don't give a team an advantage over that.
Blevins and Berg will sit across from each other in the box. I imagine that will create 4-on-4. It could be ruled coincidental. .5:58 remain as the refs figure this one out. Unsportsmanlike's given to both of them. The scorekeeper gives a tap of the horn to make sure she gets her update. 4-3 thanks to 3 unanswered this period from the Cardinals.
Wait a second. Is Jefferson going short?
Daniel Keegan, who served the bench minor earlier, headed back to the box. So perhaps a 2-10 called there.
Okay, that makes sense. So discipline, not a thing here in this game, but it's certainly not taking away from the excitement. But still, I mean, we're going to be cutting ruts to the penalty box before this game's over.
Looks like it's going to be 4-on-4. Drew Blevins gets the 2-10. So he will be out for the foreseeable future. Daniel Keegan serving the 2-minute. Face-off's going to come to the glove side of Derek Joy, who wowed us with his amazing cross-crease stick save only a couple minutes ago. 6 minutes remaining here in the second period of what has been a back-and-forth contest. Cannoneers look like they were going to run away with it. Now, before the end of the third, they find themselves down. More updates going to the score box while both teams wait. 2 minutes thrown up on the board on both sides as we're ready to play. Puck is dropped. Cardinals jump the face-off, and skating up ice with it is Riescher. Riescher's got speed, however, Savage is back with him, keeping him to the outside. Riescher's pass pick off by Bismarck. He's going to gain speed along the left side and elect to turn it back. He looks for a return pass, and he'll have to skate into that one. Up the right side with it is Bismarck. He stops and then sends it around the boards. Skating into that one is Barrett. Barrett turns it over, and it's flipped to neutral ice. Both players going for a jump ball.
Hand pass.
And a hand pass is correctly ruled, I believe, as McCoy ended up with the puck off of, like we said, that jump ball looking play.
5:25 to go here in the second period, and we're at 4-on-4. Again, this is right where it started to slow down in the first period, and then in the last 2 minutes, the intensity dialed up again. Let's see if we're in for the same, especially now that it's 4-on-4 with some open ice and two teams that are definitely moving today.
Face-off taking place at center ice. Minute and a half left of 4-on-4 play. Rippe has it, and he'll give it over to his deep partner, McCoy. McCoy skates it up the right side, takes it over the blue. Fakes a drop and takes it into the corner. Now he will drop it back to Christian Ball. Ball gives it over to Rippe. Rippe's shot blockered away. Torres tries to move it forward. Bismarck intercepts, and a battle ensues in the corner. Coming out with that one is Van Wee. It does squirt out to the slot, but unable to handle it were the Cardinals. Once again, back down low in the cornet. Barrett's going to try to skate it out. He takes it to the slot, and he'll skate it up ice. 3-on-2 now for Jefferson. Rippe back checking hard. Bismarck takes it to the right side. A bad angle shot patted away by Joy. Coming out in front with it again is Barrett, but he can't get it on goal and then fires one wide. Cardinals will retrieve that one. It's backhanded forward and past Rippe. Defensive play being made by Weinbar. He still hasn't been able to get possession, and now Rippe gets it on the right side. He'll cut towards the middle. Now to the left side, he takes the top of the circle, down to the dot, fires a shot blocked. And that one will squirt into the neutral zone. Puck ends up back in the Jefferson zone where they'll start moving it forward. Pass is going to lead Sanford. Sanford tries to dump it in deep. It hits a shin guard, but his second chance does work. Jefferson tries to attack into the D zone, but they cannot, as it's Chirino coming back the other way. Chirino on the right side. Takes it around the net. He has Mayo up in the middle. Mayo fires, but he had nothing on it. Shooting one wide is Olem. It goes to the far side. Shot taken, blockered away easily. Centering pass never gets to Olam in front. And now Jefferson looks to turn the tables. With speed, up the ice is Savage. He's on the left side. He's got to cut to the net. But a great stick on the back check by Dylan Joy allows the puck to slowly squirt to Derek Joy, who will calmly freeze it. 3.5 remaining.
Great back check again by Fisher as Savage was getting in, and that is the most dangerous player on this highly dynamic offensive unit for the Jefferson County Community College Cannoneers. Back check, that's what you got to see here in this tight game. And another opportunity gets tipped out of play right off the faceoff as Jefferson looking to get this thing tied before we have a brand new game going into the third.
Joy will stay lined up to the dot on his blocker side as we do it again. Jeeves lines up across from Sean Olam. Sean Olam wins the draw back. Kevin Green rims it around the boards where Chapman's going to pick it up and skate it over the red line. Chapman now, he's got Mayo in the center. He tries to get it there, but Barrett takes that away. In the corner now, centering chance again by Olam. Puck still squirting around the net, nothing on net though, as now Jefferson works it up ice the other way. On the right side, Owen Ebersole skates off sides. And we'll do it again.
3 minutes left here in the second period. Let's see if things start to open up a little bit just like they did at the end of the first. I mean, the next goal, granted, this is the easiest sentence in hockey to possibly say, but Jefferson gets this thing tied, and this is the position they were in right at this point in the first period. Let's see if they can get another one and then either strike quickly or have a fresh slate going into the third.
Chance Bears wins the draw, and the Cardinals get the puck in deep. Back to retrieve it is Weinbar, and it's flipped into the neutral zone. First on it is Berg. He sends one back to Rippe. Rippe will try to chip it out of the zone. Good pressure from Jefferson, making things tough for the defense of the Cardinals, so they'll just have to flip it to neutral. Getting in there is Pensabene. Tries to move one forward to Berg. It was just ahead of him, and Jefferson looks for the counterattack. Coming in hard is Weinbar on the left side. He has it in the corner now. Skates it around! And it came out in front, somehow bounces into Derek Joy, and he has it and covers for a whistle. 2:22 remaining as Jefferson Cannoneers will get an offensive zone draw. 4-3 hockey game here in Jamestown. The winner of this game will play Cortland tomorrow, and the winner of that game will play Redeemer at a later to be determined date, as Redeemer unable to play on Sundays due to their Christian religious ties. Face-off, won by the Cardinals. The clearing attempt was fanned on, but maybe to their benefit as Ball takes it in the neutral zone and skates in. Ball kicks one out wide. Chance in front, and putting it off the post was Eisenhout. Now another chance in front. Ball unable to do anything with that. Keeping it in on the wall is Chirino. Chirino down to Ball. Ball can't get it towards the net. And it'll be flipped out of the zone by the Cannoneers where Joy has it. Joy skates it past the red line, now over the blue. Joy skates into the circle, takes a shot, blockered away by Zenger. Still in the zone with it, Ball sends it down low. It's going to be Weinbar with it in his own corner. Weinbar stretches one up the ice. It hits the shin of a Cardinal on the way, so no icing. Reverse to Joy in the corner. Joy sends that one up. It's on the wall. Now sent across, but past both attacking forwards of the Cardinals and ending up on the stick of Evan Sanford. Deep into his own territory. Joy retrieves that puck and sends it up the wall. Into the neutral zone it goes. Sanford gives it over. Now a turnover and a breakaway for Torres. Torres up the middle. Very dangerous player. And getting a stick on his was Tyler Sauve, preventing Torres from getting a strong chance off. Battle on the wall now. Coming away with that one is Lamb. Lamb up the right side. He ices that one over the red line. Gets a change. Kevin Green will retrieve behind his own net. Green reverses that one. And now working up with it is Chirino. Chirino to Chapman. Chapman over the blue line on the right side. He fires a shot from distance wide. Torres will pick it up on the far wide wall and go low to Chapman. Chapman tied up. Picking it up is Weinbar. Weinbar starts the breakout. And it's cleared. And now Sauve looks for a break of his own. He's tied up by defenseman Flannery. The puck goes to the middle. Bouncing around. Finds Savage on the wall. Savage spins out of a hit. Centering pass. Finds its way back door, but not getting a shot off was Sauve. Now icing the puck there.
That's ill-advised.
It will go for icing. Was Pensabene. Fisher believes that they could have gotten to that one. As
They're wrong.
close to it was, I believe that is Carson Barrett, but he was never getting to that puck. And as a result, icing is the call. 13 seconds to go. Jefferson will have one last chance with the ozone draw to tie this game before the intermission.
Let's see if the Cannoneers have a sneaky little face-off play.
That they do.
They tried.
They run shooter, but unfortunately nothing comes of it. 8 seconds left now as it goes to the neutral zone, and a delayed offside is going to probably all but end this period. Mayo spins out of a hit, sends it to open ice, and we will go into the third period with a 4-3 game. It looked like Jefferson was going to run away with this one, up 3-1. 3 unanswered by the Cardinals, those coming from Torres, Pensabene, and Jonah Reischer. Get this one back close.
Yeah, that was a very, very intense period. Jefferson got on early when Fisher had some disciplinary issues. Then the tables turned and Jefferson kept taking penalties, both teams capitalizing on the other's mistakes. We are going to be set up for a very entertaining and dramatic third period.
So we'll be back to see the end of this one in about 10 to 12 minutes here on the Nickel City Hockey Network. It's 4-3, St. John Fisher. And we are set to go for third period action here on the Nickel City Hockey Network, this time with a fully functioning Jumbotron, which we're very thankful for. 4-3 hockey game as 3 unanswered goals is what we're sitting on right now by the Cardinals, but the Cannoneers win the opening draw, and it'll be Weinbar looking to make something happen off the right side wall. He cuts across the ice, now he's on the left side and he dumps it in. It is retrieved by the defense of the Cardinals, and it's moved right up and into the neutral zone. Torres takes it up the left side. He has it in the corner now. Torres working for it. Now in the far corner, finally taken off the puck, but good support.
Oh, wet ice.
Keeps it on the Cardinal stick, but some wet ice, unfortunately, takes it away from him. Puck stuck in the corner. that wet ice causing a lot of issues, as that corner is going to be something both teams want to avoid in the early going of this period. Clearing attempt by Jefferson, takes 2 tries, but it does work. Unable to handle the pass was Savage. Joey moves it forward, and now Torres has a break on the far side of the ice. Matching that was Weinbar. He got a stick on the shot attempt, and it goes into the netting, and we'll have a deep zone draw in the offensive side of the Cardinals.
Yeah, you can see it too behind the net. It's soaked back there, so this is something both teams are going to have to deal with. It's completely unavoidable. I mean, you can control the puck as best you can, but it's on ice, so it's going to bounce. So this will be interesting to see. Teams are going to have to be real careful. maneuvering the puck around in the corners for a little bit.
Shot attempt off the draw goes wide. Jefferson able to clear it to the neutral zone. Gaining possession is Bismarck, and sending it in deep he does. Jefferson wins the Cardinals win the race behind the net and try to clear. They're unable. Laying out to block a shot is Mayo, and now the play goes to the far side corner. Another clearing attempt failed. Shot from the point by Sanford goes wide. Now a shot from the other point by Barrett goes wide as well. Both teams have a player down in the crease. And a penalty is going to be called, as it looks like, I think that's maybe McCoy. Took a second shot after the player of Jefferson got up. That is not McCoy, that is Cole Flannery, and he's going to head to the box. Some battling in front.
Yeah, I'm one to want to see that let go in a 1-goal game in the third period.
And it ends up being Rippe going to the box. So 3 guys headed that way for the Cardinals. It's Rippe who actually gets the infraction, and Jefferson with an early chance to get this game tied again. They'll send Cameron Weinbar out to take the draw for them. Unfortunately, he's unable to win it against Chance Bears, and that'll allow St. John Fisher to get a clear right off the opening draw of this penalty kill. In his own zone with it is Barrett. He stops behind his net, waits for his team to reload. And now it's picked up by Weinbar and taken up the right side where he'll dump it in on net. Joy handles that one to the corner, and an easy clears. I'm not sure if that was the right play by Jefferson. Chirino sends it in deep, and chasing in after it is Pensabene. Savage up the left side with it now. He stops on the wall, goes up to Weinbar. Back to Savage, back to Weinbar on the blue line, and finally it's cleared to open space where Barrett has it. Wines, pulls, fires, gloved by Joy. Good shot there as Barrett waited until he had an open lane, but Joy was all over that one.
Yeah, nice little heel drag and rip there. Joy sticking out the glove, seeing through traffic. Good for a save here initially on this penalty kill, because this is huge. I mean, you'd think it's fresh ice. There's a little bit to deal with, but still opportunity early for the Cannoneers.
Sovey wins the draw for the Cannoneers, and now he'll pick up the puck low and take a shot. That one blocked. Rebound blocked again. The third shot finds its way in the net. That coming off the stick of Owen Bismarck, his second of the game.
Yeah, Bismarck is posted up in front of the net, slides one. It initially hits the post, but when it bounces out, it hits Joy in the back and finds its way into the back of the net. 2.5 minutes into the third, it's a brand new game.
So Jefferson just kept taking whacks at it. They would get blocked, they'd take another one, and finally one got to the net, and it found its way into the net, and Bismarck's second goal of the game ties it up just 2.5 minutes into this period.
Brand new game, 17.5 minute game to decide a berth in the championship.
Jeeves ties up his man, allowing Ebersol to take it and go in deep. Puck now goes to the wall. McCoy lays out his man and drops one back for Chirino to pick up. Chirino rims one around. That'll be shoveled up to Torres. Torres taken off his feet by Ebersol. St. John Fisher once again retrieves a loose puck. McCoy finds room, takes the line, and dumps. That one pops out in front of the net. It'll be picked up by Weinbar. Weinbar moves it to Ebersol. Ebersol goes across the ice. Now cutting up the middle was Johnson, looking for his second, but he's stripped of the puck as well. Van Wee retrieves a loose puck in his own zone, gives it up to Weinbar on the wall, and he'll center a pass where Johnson cuts in the right side with speed. Johnson can't get around Ball. Ball moves it up to Torres, who's taking a beating on this shift, but every time he gets hit, the puck's already off his stick. He's making plays quickly. Van Brocklin gives it over. That pass is intercepted. However, skating it off sides is John Chirino. 16:22 remain in what is a newly tie game.
All right, so I wonder what the strategy is going to be for either team. Again, it's rocking a hard place here because Jefferson County has been absolutely lethal on the penalty kill, but also, like I said before, and kind of got it fed to me, you don't really want to make that your strategy. So we're going to see if this game's decided 5-on-5 or if special teams is the deciding factor.
Intercepting pass by Chapman in the slot, but his shot is blocked by Van Brocklin. Now a shot from the wall is stopped by Zenger. Battle in the corner. Van Brocklin comes out with it. He spins up ice, and he sends it to the neutral zone. Joy taps one to his partner, now gets it back. Plenty of room on the blue line. He'll tip one forward. It's stopped there, and Whitmore tries to enter in. Turning it the other way is Sherino, and he gets caught by the linesman. Now puck squirts out to the middle. Chapman, puck bouncing around. Wide open back door, but the puck bounced off the stick of Oline. Bouncing puck created a dangerous chance. Joy steps into a shot. Already in his butterfly. I think Zenger was tied up with a stick, but luckily an easy save, and he'll cover that one up. 15:37, 4-4 hockey game. Face-off coming to the glove side of Avery Zenger. And as we said before, you don't want to make going in the penalty kill your strategy. And Jefferson learned that the hard way as the Cardinals netted 2 power play goals in that second period. Face-off, won by Jefferson. That one's chipped by Sovey. Picked off by the defense of the Cardinals. And now a centering pass is sent in deep. Rippey's going to be first to that one. No, he's beat by Barrett, but Barrett can't make a play. Puck's rimmed around. Berg steps into that one. Fans on his shot. Savage gets a chance to make a play, and he leads it 2-on-1. Bismarck on the left side takes a shot. He had Sanford coming to the net, and I think he tried to shoot it low far pad to create a rebound, but he got just a little too much under it, and gloving that one down is Derek Joy. Face-off will stay in the Cardinal end to the blocker side of Joy. As Jefferson putting on a lot of pressure early in this period. Cardinals did get a grade A chance, but the puck bounced off of anybody who could make something of it stick. Tie-up goes to Jefferson. Cutting in on his backhand was Savage, but he shuffles one into the glove of Derek Joy, and now the face-off will once again go to his blocker side.
Yeah, Jefferson County definitely leaning towards the ice tilt into the Fisher zone after getting this game tied on the power play. Fisher really needs to get some possession. They're lined up straight across, but they can't get the face-off, and Jefferson's going to maintain possession.
Now play comes out in front. Aggressive stick from Joy prevents any scoring chance as the puck slowly moved toward him, and now a breakout pass leads Torres. Torres sends one forward. A good evasion of a hit by Ball. Now a 2-on-1. Ball sends it over. Pass intended for Eisenhout, but a stick thwarts that attempt. Puck is rimmed for Savage to pick up. Savage with a 1-on-1. He gets it around his man, that being Sherino. Now in the corner shot. Easy blocker save. Still with it now is Savage, but he loses the puck trying to cut it out in front. Weinbar from distance gets it in front. Puck bounces still in the slot, and a good kick save from Joy right and tight. Savage now, top of the circles. He takes a shot, and Joy settles the chaos down with that big glove of his. 14-16 remain in what remains a tie hockey game. 4-4. Faceoff will come deep into the Cardinal zone, who have faced a lot of pressure early in this period.
Yeah, Cardinals a little bit on their heels right now, and Jefferson doing a great job on the dot keeping this possession. The problem is the Cardinals are lining up 4 across, almost like in a straight line. Even if they win the face-off straight back, Jefferson's gonna be able to jump them right here. So Fisher's got to get some possession right here.
Ebersol hunts after that one. McCoy down there with him. Battle comes out to Mayo, and Mayo's going to cut up ice on the right side. Heavy pressure from Johnson turns that one around, but the Cardinals move it forward anyway. Mayo in the corner with it. He takes a hit, and Jefferson starts to move. That's Ebersol up the right side. Ebersol stripped of the puck. Cardinals turn it around. Jeeves takes that from them, and they'll send it back to their own territory where there's room. Weinbar on the right side. Cross ice pass to Johnson. He takes it back into his own zone. Makes a cut. Gets around 2. Good stick there. Prevents him from getting around Riescher. Regardless, Jefferson still gets it into the offensive zone, and they get a weak shot on goal. Stick to side by Joy. Now a shot from far out. Joy never saw it, but it hits the glass and goes wide. Weinbar down low. Centering pass. Johnson was open in the slot. Now he just takes a shot from the wall. Puck sits out to Van Brocklin. He takes a wrist shot from the blue line. And once again, Joy giving up no rebounds.
Yeah, Fisher leaning heavily on Joy right now. He's been a brick wall since allowing that power play goal. But you definitely do not want this to turn into a shooting gallery as we're approaching the halfway point of the third period.
Drew Blevins returns to his bench with his 10-minute misconduct being up. Face off deep into the Cardinal zone. One back to Barrett. Cardinals block, or Yeah, Cardinals block a shot and get a clear. And now skating in with it on the right side is Bears. Bears into the corner. He's taken off the puck. Lamb will center one, and skating into that one is going to be Weinbar. On the left side, he's taken off the puck, and it's sent to center ice. Barrett is just going to flip it back into the zone, and retrieving behind his net would have been Chirino, but it looks like it went out of play. 12:46 remain, tie game, do or die for both teams. One of these teams will be going on to face Cortland tomorrow. The other one will be congratulating each other on a good season and wishing for a better one next year.
Basically start the game right now. Center ice face-off, this is it, 12-minute game.
Bismarck wins the draw for the Cannoneers. Losing it, however, was the defenseman. Torres tries to shuffle one over to Eisenhut, but he got a little too much sauce under it. Ball tries to fight out of a tie-up. Eisenhut ends up with it and gives it back to his D, so Joy will have it on the wall. Joy sends one forward to Torres. Torres skates it into the zone. He's knocked off the puck. Bears takes it right back for the Cardinals and sends it in deep. First to it's going to be Van Brocklin. He takes it around the net, starts to work up ice on his own. Now he sends one far side. Skating in with it now is Sovey. Sovey centers one for Bismarck. Bismarck leaves one back door, but Savage wasn't quite there yet. Now in the corner with it, Savage tries to make something happen. He takes a hit while Bears takes the puck from him, or a ball rather. Jefferson retrieves, centering pass to Savage. Savage's shot sticked away by Joy from the slot. Cardinals trying to get it out. Now they do. Working up with speed is Chirino. Chirino to the far side. His shot goes wide. First to it's going to be Mayo. Mayo takes a hard slapper. That one's blocked by Savage. Now Savage retrieves the puck along the wall, sends one forward. It doesn't quite get to Bismarck. However, the Cardinals turn it over in the neutral zone. Jefferson settles things down in their own end. Skating up with it is Bismarck. He's under a lot of pressure, so he tips one forward. It hits the linesman and goes back into the Z zone. Jefferson still trying to work it out of the zone. They finally do. Pass to Bismarck is tipped in deep, where Rippe will retrieve. Rippe reverses one behind him. That's to Olam. Olam leads Mayo. Mayo dumps at the red line. Hard dump as it goes all the way around the boards. And Sanford tries to clear. It's sent back in deep. Van Wee behind his own net with space. He gives one to Johnson. That one's tipped forward. Won't be far enough for icing. And it's going to be a slingshot play to Mayo. Mayo will wait for some support. But in the meantime, Tanner Esposito takes that one right off his stick. Leads Johnson. Johnson had Ebersol in front of the net, but the puck never got there. Now a shooting attempt. That one blocked. Goes to the wall. Barrett from far out. And it looks like having a little trouble tracking that one was Joy, but no harm on the play as he does get an arm on it and freezes.
And again, Fisher not really able to generate much of anything in the offensive zone here. It's pretty much been all Jefferson, and this is not a space Fisher wants to live in right now. They got to get down the ice.
Face off to Joy's glove side. One back to his brother, Dylan Joy, and he elects to flip one into the neutral zone where Chapman can forecheck. Unfortunately, he gets too much of it, and the face-off's going to come right back. That's icing.
You can't, yeah. Fisher again, they're basically hemmed in right now. They got to figure something out, or maybe they need Jefferson to make a mistake and take a penalty, but that also can go one or two ways the way this game is going. So, yeah, Fisher's got to get on the offensive.
And this is where you start to wonder, is this just a momentum break for the Cannoneers right now, or is this a conditioning issue where the Cannoneers just have stronger legs? I guess we'll find out as the period goes along. Johnson takes a shot off the draw, and a good one, but Derek Joy, for what feels like the 20th time this period, gloves one down and gets a whistle.
Yeah, and he's holding everything. He's trying to, almost break up the flow because the team that's going to flow right now is going to be the Cannoneers.
Puck kicked up to Chapman, however, it never gets there. Ebersol kicks it out, takes a bad angle shot, stopped into the corner. Chapman does get the clear.
Passing's off, too. They're out of sorts right now.
And it is a question of, is this just momentum or the Cardinals running out of gas while the Cannoneers still have some legs under them? We will find out in the next 10 minutes.
That'd be shocking if the team that played overtime yesterday is the team with fresher legs.
That it would. Chirino, or rather Joy up the right side. He gives it up to Berg. Berg can't get it deep. Jeeves will take that one from him. Jeeves Sends one up the middle. That one gets past everybody and will allow the Cardinals to try to work the other way. Chapman now skates over the blue line with it. Makes a move through one, centers it to Berg, but good defense prevents anything there. Lead pass to Johnson goes too far, ends up on the stick of Bears, and Bears dumps it in deep. First two, it's going to be Barrett behind his own net. He reverses one, and now a lead stretch pass is picked off by Bears at the blue line, where he's able to dump it in on net. Barrett handles that one off the stick of goaltender Avery Zenger. He'll skate up himself, and he's just going to launch that one. However, smart play is first to that one is Johnson.
Okay, that's a strategy.
Definitely a creative play, but nothing comes of it. His ball's working back up ice the other way. He flips one into the side of goaltender Zenger,
oh my!
who has trouble handling it. It comes off the wall and goes through his wickets. However, puck ends up to safety on the wall. Now Torres, slot pass, and a good block as the dangerous Eisenhut got the 1T off. Rippe in his own end. He backhands one off the wall. That one's chipped forward. 2-on-1 for Ball. Ball, centering one for Torres. Van Brocklin gets a stick on it, but somehow, some way, it gets through and spinning around. Torres gets air under it. 5-4, Fisher.
Just like that, the period was dominated. All Jefferson, and then just a really good pass, a bounce, and then Torres, who is one of the hardest working players in the UNYCHL. He has been for years. Goes to the dirty area, gets the bounce, the puck finds the back of the net, and after all that, Fisher, the door cracks open once, Fisher kicks it down. They have the lead with 8.5 to go in regulation.
So maybe a little bit of a lucky bounce for the puck to get there for Torres, but nothing lucky about the incredible spinning around, falling backhand finish. I don't know how he got any air under that puck, but he puts it over the top of Zenger, and we have a 5-4 hockey game. Cardinals now using that momentum, pressuring on the Jefferson defense.
Oh, and Jefferson looks like they're a little flustered right now after that.
So maybe it was just momentum, as suddenly the Cardinals' legs look like they're moving. Joy takes it over the blue line, now over the red. He dumps it into the far side, and Mayo's going to be the first to that puck. Mayo hit along the wall by Van Wee. Bismarck's going to move that one forward, and Sovey cuts with the puck.
Oh, that was cheeky.
Cuts it far side. Now moving in with it is Savage along the wall. He tries to center one. Mayo picks it off. He rims it, but not enough on it. Van Wee is going to pick that one off and move down low. Van Wee, centering pass goes to the far corner. Joy tries to ice one, he does, and luckily for him, Sanford got a stick on it, so there's no icing. Zenger will play it behind his own net, leaving it for his defenseman. Less than 8 minutes remain here. Centering pass, picked off there by Bears. Nothing able to come there of the dangerous turnover. Bismarck taps one back. That one's turned over, and here comes Bears again. Bears along the left side. He rims one around. It's going to be picked up on the far side by Pensabene, who leaves it for Berg in the hash mark. Berg sends it down low. Sanford with it in the corner. He cuts back, waits. Now he just holds on to it and looks for a play. He'll start to slowly move up ice, still looking for a pass. Finds one, it doesn't connect. And Cardinals defensemen have it in their own zone now. That's Nick Rippe circling his own net. One touch pass, or one bounce pass rather, gets past his man, and Jefferson having a little trouble handling it. Sovey within his own zone looking to calm it down and handle it, and that he will as he goes up ice. Nice little toe drag to enter the zone. Tries another one. Gets past everybody. Oh my goodness. What a goal by Tyler Sovey. He deked out just about everybody on the ice, finishing the job by getting around the glove side pad of Derek Joy. And 2 minutes after St. John Fisher takes the lead, Tyler Sovey takes it right back. It's a 5-5 game.
What an effort by Sovey right there. That was absolutely filthy. Inside, outside, beautiful finish. And the drama just builds as we got a 5-5 tie, 6.5 to go in regulation.
Well, in the second period, we saw Derek Joy make what had to be the save of the weekend so far. I think that must have been the goal of the weekend. Torres with it in the corner. Offensive zone corner, that is. He gives it down low. Ball in front. And the Cardinals almost take it right back. But now, cutting up ice with speed is Jeeves. Jeeves goes to the right side, takes a shot, that one blocked. What an exciting finish this is setting up to be. Jeeves fighting down low. It squirts out to the slot. And getting a stick on that and clearing it are the Cardinals. It's going to go for icing.
Man, the Jamestown faithful for the next game are starting to filter in, and boy, oh boy, are they being treated to some drama prior to their game, which is our next game here on Nickel City Hockey Network, Jamestown Community College versus Gannon University. But man, we've had some great fun this weekend so far, and this game is just adding to the intensity times 1,000. This feels like a pressure cooker right now.
So Eisenhut will be kicked from the draw. Stepping in for him will be, I believe that's Ball. Ebersol's going to tie him up. Shot from the dot, never gets to the net. Torres, St. John Fisher's most recent goal scorer, sends one far side for Eisenhut. He gives it up to Ball. Ball will get it over the blue line and dump it in. It's going to be picked off by the Jefferson defense. Skating up with it is Weinbar. He dumps one in on goal. Stopped by Joy and left for Chirino. Joy picks it up in front of the net. Tries to shuffle one out, but it never gets out. And he'll have to pick it up behind his own net now. Dylan Joy sends one off his teammate's skate, picks it up, fought off the puck, centering chance.
Oh, he tried it!
Johnson goes between his legs to try to get the shot above Derek Joy, the rebound that is, but two huge saves from Derek Joy bailing out his brother Dylan, who was unable to clear it from behind the net.
Oh, Johnson just tried to put one on Sports Center right there, and he was maybe 6 inches of height away from scoring one of the best goals you're going to see. Boy, oh boy, this game is a nail-biter. This one, oh, this is any indicator for what's to come. This is going to be one heck of a finish.
Johnson tried to outdo teammate Sovey on that last one, but he was unable. Now Mayo looks to put his team back in front, but some good defense takes him off the puck. Savage working the other way. He has it on the left side. He dumps it in hard. That will go around the net. Bismarck's going to be first to that one at the hash mark. Tries to send one toward the net. Doesn't get there. Does creep out to the top of the circle, and a slat shot rings iron.
Oh, he got every ounce of that puck, too. That was absolutely lasered. Blew it by the goaltender, but caught the iron clean.
Whistle blown. I'm not totally sure what for. Sean, did you see what caused that? Maybe an offside?
I did. Looks like an offside, yep.
Well, regardless, the faceoff will certainly be at the offside dot. Just under 5 remaining in what was almost a 6-5 game. Couple inches keeping it from that, and Joy owes his right blocker a steak dinner. Face-off or play goes into the D zone of Jefferson. Behind the net with it is Mayo. He's taken off the puck. Play is reversed, and Van Brocklin will move it up the wall. Continuing to work out of their zone are Jefferson. They finally get it just over the blue line, and now into the Cardinal zone. Current puck carrier's Nick Rippe as he takes it over his own blue line. Shuffle one forward, hits his own teammate, and with some room was Tyler Sovey, but he elects to dump it in and get a change as he's gassed. Looking to move back up with it out of the Cardinals. Van Brocklin stops it for now, gets it moving forward, and now a break towards the net. Trying to cut through our Jefferson, and absolutely burying Joy was Johnson. I think he got caught with his momentum.
Yeah, you can't do that.
But he's going to get called for it nonetheless. He tried to stop, was unable to. Absolutely ran Joy over, and he's going to go for goaltender interference. 4:02 remain.
He would be really wise to stop trying to argue right now. He would be really smart to just take his medicine and go to the box. You cannot add to it, and this officiating crew will not think twice before giving someone an unsportsmanlike.
So now we have to wonder, which penalty kill are we going to see from the Cannoneers? The first period penalty kill that scored 2 shorthanded and put up more chances on the kill than they gave up? Or are we going to see the second period Cannoneer penalty kill that gave up 2 power play goals and ultimately didn't have much of an answer for the Cardinal power play?
Well, it's only fitting that a play that could very well decide this game comes down to these 2 units on the ice together. Both have scored multiple goals tonight. Seems only right.
That it does, and Savage almost had a breakaway, but luckily for St. John Fisher, they were able to get it in low. Now Joy up high, takes a shot from distance. That one's tipped. Puck sitting at the post, and danger averted as Avery Zenger falls on his back and gets the glove on it.
A lot of Jefferson County fans directly below our broadcast position, and you could hear them all collectively hold their breath as they were making sure that puck stayed in the blue paint.
Chirino and Bismarck to the glove side of Zenger. Tie up, ends up being cleared all the way down the ice, and handling it behind his own net is Derek Joy, leaving it for brother Dylan. Dylan Joy now with it. He reverses that one, but Torres was creeping way up the ice and he'll have to cut back. That allows Savage to close in on them. However, the puck's moved up for Eisenhut. It goes too far for him, and Barrett will send it right back in deep.
Yeah, Jefferson's picking their spots right here. They're still doing the aggressive forecheck, but you can tell they're not quite as jumpy just yet.
Riescher unable to handle a stretch pass, and that allows another clear for Jefferson. So Dylan Joy will start from behind his own net again. His pass goes past Eisenhut, and it will be picked up by Jefferson, and they'll wait for pressure before clearing this one, and that's exactly how it goes. Once again, it'll be handled by Dylan Joy behind brother Derek. Dylan moves up the left side. There goes Joy as he takes it in to the Jefferson zone. Takes a couple strides towards the net, now goes around it. Finds his man in the dot, and it's blockered away. Great scoring chance, even better save. Barrett now up the right side. 2-on-2 with a back checker. Barrett takes into the corner. He'd be wise to eat it. That's what he'll do. Ball and Riescher fight for the puck that's frozen to the wall by Barrett.
Great win. Oh, no.
Finally get it out.
Oh,
Barrett falls to the ice. No call on the play. Ball moves up ice. On the left side, he's going to reverse it back to Torres, or at least try to. Sovey all over that play. Finally, the puck gets to Torres. He gives it right back to Ball. Centering pass for McCoy. Shot cut off. Rebound sits right there, and that one tipped out of play. 2:07 remain. 6 seconds left on the penalty clock as the scorekeeper calls for the referee. 5-5 contest.
Oh, this is not the time to have a technical issue.
And we'll see if we do. Everything looks in order to me. 6 seconds on the clock. Clock's been running. I'm not sure what this is about. Regardless, we're 2 minutes and 7 seconds away from overtime. Both teams would love to get out of here early on that by netting the game winner early.
Yeah, that's Toby, as far as I'm concerned, we're in overtime right now.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. We are absolutely in next goal wins territory.
You would think. I mean, this has been crazy, but yeah, you got to think the next one's the winner.
Van Wee sends one around his own net following the Jefferson faceoff win. Sanford gives it back to him, and he cuts that one over to Sovey. 5-on-5. Play is sent up to Johnson, fresh out of the box. Johnson cuts across, but a great stick from McCoy. Takes the puck off his stick and sends it to the neutral zone. Now Rippey in his own zone.
Here comes the pressure from Jefferson. They're going to try and win this right now.
That they are, and they're doing a good job of it so far. However, Sovey turns one over. Mayo works up the right side. He can't get anywhere with it. It's sent back to the Cardinal defense, and it's going to go over to McCoy. McCoy with it on the left side. He tries to get to the red line, can't, so he gives it up to Torres. Torres skates it in over the zone. Sanford takes the puck from him and gives it over to D partner Van Wee. In his own corner, Van Wee works out slowly. Sees how much ice he has, so he starts to skate it. Here comes Van Wee up the middle of the ice, cuts out wide. McCoy with another good stick check, follows it up with a third. And what a shift he's having with his stick.
Uh-oh.
Puck goes towards the goal of Joy before it's skated out and sent away by Rippey. It is turned over, and it's going to be sent around the Cardinal net. First to it will be Rippey, pressured hard. Coming away with that one, Art Jefferson. And a centering pass almost led a scoring chance for Ebersol, but it's cleared by the Cardinals. In the neutral zone, teams battle along the wall. That one squirts out. Now a potential chance for Johnson in the slot. And timely saves are always a thing brought up for goalies. Derek Joy just made the biggest one of the game. Maybe not his best save of the game, a great save, but easily the biggest.
Absolutely, yep. Every save now is a game saver, no matter what it is. In 37.5 seconds, like you say, we have seen the Cannoneers try to run shooter off these faceoffs. They're set up for it. They're going strong side, but a great faceoff win by Fisher. They're at least going to get center ice.
And they'll clear it on the try. Now pushing it forward is Riescher. He goes to the corner, gets it, centers one, and before it could get it to the man in front, Zenger jumps on that one and covers up. Both goalies doing their part to keep this one tied at 5.
Yeah, goalies have come up clutch here in the last 2 minutes, but now Fisher's going to get an opportunity to get set up in the offensive zone and get the last say here.
Good goaltending performances despite the 5-5 score from both ends. And I've never seen that before from Zenger as he takes the face-off in his butterfly, but it never gets to him. Savage cuts off the right side, leaves it for Bismarck. Bismarck can't handle. Joy
Oh, no!
tries to flip one. He loses it. And luckily his teammates bail him out of that mistake.
Oh, man, of all the things to not do.
Mayo fights around the wall. Less than 10 remaining. It's in the Jefferson zone. Jefferson tries to clear it. It cuts out in front.
Oh, my God!
With 3 seconds to go, Jonah Reisher sends the Cardinals to the semifinal tomorrow.
The St. John Fisher Cardinals, the flair for their dramatics in Jamestown. They've been the Kings of Rochester before. With 3 seconds left, a turnover down low and a backhand, and Fisher has the lead with less than 4 seconds to go. Are you kidding me with this?
Jonah Reisher takes advantage of a bobbled puck in the Jefferson corner and ends their season promptly. 6-5.
What do you even do here? What do you even do here if you're Jefferson?
There's
you
nothing.
shoot it.
You accept it. There's nothing you can do. An unfortunate end of the game for Jefferson, but what an entertaining matchup that was. Jonah Reisher nets his second of the game to play hero. The team surrounds Derek Joy, who made a huge save 30 seconds earlier, giving Reisher the chance to end that. And you got to feel for the Jefferson Cannoneers, who played one hell of a ball game today.
This is one of those games where, unfortunately, some team had to lose and neither team deserved to. What an incredible hockey game. All of us and all of you tuning in on Nickel City Hockey Network, we're treated to. And once again, the St. John Fisher Cardinals, my goodness, does that team bring the drama to Jamestown. What a game, start to finish. We had everything, including a buzzer beater, to send the Cardinals back to the championship.
Your goal scorers today for Jefferson. Owen Bismarck had the first 2 goals of the game. Dylan Johnson got the third. Weinbar scored number 4, and Tyler Sovey tied it up in the third, making it 5-5. On the other end, Garen Eisenhout got the scoring starting for the Cardinals. That was followed up by Torres, who ended up netting a second goal later in the game. Pensabene had one from behind the net. Gabe Cromer netted a puck, and the eventual game winner by Jonah Reisher sends the Cardinals forward in this one. I'd like to thank you for joining us here on the Nickel City Hockey Network for what has to be considered the game of the weekend so far, a 6-5 win for the Cardinals. I'd like to thank Sean McHugh, Aaron Alpern, and Jeff Jazarowski for joining me today, and we'll be back for more action later tonight.